What is up, everyone? Will Mosley here. I am currently at the airport, and it is, I think, 8 o'clock. The date is, August 14th, and I'm rolling with my bro, Steven. We got Baby Titan in the back. And I'm just going to use this as one to update you. I haven't gotten on the podcast in about 10 days, even though they've been rolling out roughly daily. Um, this is pretty much a new update. So since the last podcast, I think I was hinting at maybe stopping filming for a few days, for a week. I think I was going through some creative downs, and I'm happy to say, just like every couple weeks, I'm back at it, bitch. All right, so the big thing that has changed since being on the podcast is I've picked up daily vlogging, and there's a couple reasons why I wanted to kind of come back to daily vlogging. I felt like I wasn't challenging myself enough previous, which may seem crazy, but I think we all have our personal marker for how high we can jump or how high we can go for ourselves, not specifically for anyone else, but something that keeps me running. Because when I feel stagnant, when I feel like I'm not being creative, and a lot of times if you get to a point where you're very comfortable, it's just clockwork, and so you don't feel like you're actually pushing yourself further onward. So daily vlogging, I picked up daily vlogging once upon a long time ago, 2-ish years ago, and it was a couple things that made me start the first time. One, our Honda Odyssey got stolen, right? And so I had a story to tell. I was out for revenge. Not really revenge. I just wanted to talk about what really happened, because it was crazy. It wasn't the best start of talking about a topic. I had no clue where the vlog would go or what it would be about or anything. I just knew that was the very first thing that was on my mind. I'd been watching Peter McKinnon. I'd been watching Casey Neistat do all their crazy stuff, and I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can make this happen. I think it was around Thanksgiving time-ish. And this is the crazy thing, that first vlog that I did, it took me 40, maybe 50 hours. It took first I was shooting with the Canon T6 Rebel, or Rebel T6, which has no good autofocus. It doesn't have a flip screen. Oh my god, I can't tell you what complications I had with that camera. I had no clue how to light inside. I had no clue of any of it. But I was still Will, and I did know how to talk about the topic. So the episode is still up on YouTube, shamefully. It's Who Really Stole Our Honda Odyssey. You're welcome to go check it out. But that was my first look into daily vlogging. And I did that one, and 40, 50 hours later, I was like, why the hell would anyone ever want to do this? Why would anyone want to sacrifice this much time and put this much work into I thought 20 minutes was short at the time. It was 20-minute film or whatever. But that's the thing about doing something for the first time. It fucking sucks, but you do it a second time, and it's a little bit easier, and you do it a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, a eighth, a ninth, a 10th. By the 10th time, it's usually not that crazy. I realized what I really needed was a camera that could autofocus, which at the time was my iPad Pro, which I thought was actually Pro. Camera's on there, it's not Pro. And it just pushed me. So I don't know how I kept up with it, but every day got a little bit easier, and every day I remembered a little bit more. Every day was a little bit more fun, and then the edits took me a little less time to do. So let's flash forward to now. Why am I starting up again? And I guess I should fill you in on why I stopped. I think I stopped at episode 124. I think I did daily vlogging straight for 124 days. just a random time to stop. And I really can't remember the exact reason why. I think I hit that 100 mark, that 100th vlog, and then I wasn't pushing myself anymore. So like 24 was like just like blah blah blah. So coming back to now, I'm doing daily vlogging because of 2 or 3 different things. One, when you create a daily film versus like a weekly film or a film that's like, you know, on a specific topic, it's very easy to make. You know, there's a start and there's a finish. The beginning of your day is the start. The end of your day is the end, you know. And you try to talk about whatever the hell you're trying to convey throughout the day and periodically. And it just vibes. It makes sense with a lot of different people, and it's good. The other cool thing about daily vlogging is you can talk about yesterday's topic, and you can also talk about, hey, see you guys tomorrow, and be for real. A lot of people love the vibe of being able to see a introspect or see inside someone that they I don't want to say admire, someone that they just think is interesting. Like a lot of these people, like they may be inspirational to you, they may be motivational, whatever. They may be like, you just kind of think they're cool, and it's cool to just see how other people live their lives, not for the creative part, but just in general, how people handle general situations like pouring a bowl of cereal or some shit. Maybe you put the milk in first and put your cereal in after. Who knows? That shit's interesting. So I guess the first one is it's just easier. 2, it's creative for me. And 3, I really love the fact that I can look back at past memories and literally each day, not like one sporadic day here, another sporadic day there, da 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 da. I can literally look back at yesterday and realize that my days aren't really that mundane. A lot of times when you're in a rut, a lot of times when you're doing the same thing, you feel like the whole every day is like the same. But you realize very quickly when you're doing daily vlogging that it is ridiculously different. I had no clue I'd be picking up Stoven and we'd be vibing out and doing our thing. I had no clue that I'd be driving home at 8, seeing like the sundown, which I don't usually see. I had no clue yesterday that I was going to be at the hospital and taking a film of somebody's like newborn. You just can't make that shit up, and you can't plan for that shit. And that's what daily vlogging offers. You get to capture real moments, real time, and you also get to turn them around extremely quick. The fact that I picked up something, I filmed someone's newborn at 7:30 last night, and I was able to push out a full-length film to them today by 7 a.m. That's sick. So not only with that, also people understand, like, when you do something daily, and people understand that that's like a lot of work. Sometimes when you see these people put out these crazy, ridiculous, sick films, they put out one film a month or one film every 2 months, it's like, yeah, you had a lot of time to do that. But there's no denying if you're doing a daily vlog, like, you did that day. So that's one for the records. Stoven, do you want to join in on the podcast, or are you going to vibe and chill and do your thing?
Sure.
All right, pick up the mic, bro. Right down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I already got you.
There,
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
Holla, holla, holla.
Holla, holla, holla. You sound good. All right, so Stoven on the mic. If you guys don't know who Stoven is, which you should know, if you don't, there's a couple places, couple things that you can do to check him out. Go ahead and do a little shameless plug real quick. Tell us what you're about, Stoven, and where people can find your artwork.
Yeah, so I'm actually an alien from the planet Zebulon, Nor, and I happen to make art for Earthlings and humans. And you can check out my website, stovenart.com, STOVENART, and I also have an Instagram, STOVENART.
Okay.
That's my Instagram. Boom. So I make abstract art for humans.
Yeah. And to get a sound visual, if that's possible, okay. Stoven's art is it's a story within, like, abstraction. Like, the thing that a lot of people see with my films and why they resonate with a lot of people is like I carry you through a flow, through an emotion of different things. And of course I'm talking about something, but people see it and they're like automatically kind of entranced by it. I feel the same way about Steven's art because he doesn't just paint a picture, he paints layers and layers, and like there's emotion there. But enough about Steven's artwork and my flowy vlogs. The like the things that are coming up for me that are ridiculous for me that are just popping up, and maybe you can talk a little bit on this too, Steven, if you have any things that are kind of popping up. But there's two big moments in my life that are coming too fast. One, I'm having another boy. And that's in September, early or late September 30th. And I guess holding that newborn yesterday just really made that shit real. And then also Eden's going to kindergarten. That's crazy. My first kid to school. Like that's a crazy thing. Steven, do you have anything that... Oh, and Titan's in the back just living his best life. Speaking of, he has been a little, like a monster, like a straight monster. So, Steven, let's go a little bit back. I don't think I've ever talked to you about, like, your not your childhood specifically, but just, like, as a kid, like, growing up, and then kind of, like, how, like, who you are today. Like, tell me a little bit about your past.
Sure. So life on Nebulon Nar was pretty rough at the beginning. You know, as a baby, alien baby. You know, okay, I guess I'll stop that. Growing up was really cool. I have 4 brothers, and I'm the second from the youngest. So I had 3 older brothers. And we would like to roughhouse around and play video games and board games and all sorts of things, play outside. It was quite nice. I had a very wonderful childhood. My parents were very kind to me. And
when did you really know, like, your parents were fucking awesome? You know what I mean? Like how, like, what they've done, and, you know, like, not like, oh, they're my parents, but, like, understand, like, what they've sacrificed or what they've done. When did you, like, recognize that?
Probably about I don't know why I'm doing that voice. Probably about really the last couple years, being on my own and everything.
Put that in your ear.
Okay.
You'll be able to hear yourself for just a
cool.
second.
Yeah, just like the last couple years of really living on my own and trying to take care of myself, working and everything like that. I've really appreciated them more deeply than I ever have before, realizing like how much they sacrificed and how much they did for me and my brothers. So yeah, just like pretty recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, I'd say.
That's super dope. And I don't know, I realize it way more now, like what my parents sacrificed now that I'm raising my kids. And like they understand, like, a lot early on. I'm freezing right now. I'm gonna turn down this air. Right. I'm like, dang, where's the air at? Off. Oh well, that's gonna be off. So if we start burning up, we're gonna just burn up. So you came up. You felt like you came up with a pretty good childhood. What is another thing that you do that you enjoy, that you love, that started at a young age that we haven't talked about, that we don't know about?
Being a hoodlum.
What do you mean by hoodlum?
I was a wild child, you know, like I always liked to I didn't really like to follow rules, and there were times, like long periods, where I was very much a very good child and I always followed the rules. and I was very, like straight and narrow. And that was like pretty much until I got to middle school. I was like I think I was like a really good kid for the most part until I got to middle school. And then I started going to this Christian school, and basically they were all the time making fun of me. They're like, goody goody, like, you're gay and stuff because of the way I would dress. I like to wear nice clothes and stuff, so they would say I was gay and like too nice to people and too nice to girls and stuff, and like all this stuff. And so
Yeah, I had a tough time, honestly, with my brother. He was like the brother that was like, yeah, we're gonna get you to do this and do this and do this, and I was just like this, like I had not really any confidence. I just like to do art, and I didn't like the idea of being forced into being or doing something. It just wasn't my way. It just wasn't my flow. I always got called the whitest black kid in school, and but I generally like I didn't have to deal with too much. Like there were bullies, but I feel like I was the nerd, the dork, but oh man, I don't know. Like the only thing that I knew that I think there was a couple things about being a teenager or whatever that are still with me, and then different things. Like I was very, very, very straight edge, like very like I gotta do this and do this and do this, or like being nice to every single person in the world, like with no exceptions. Like I was very much like that until I guess the cold hard world decided to continue to hit me, and I had to realize that I was actually letting other people take advantage of me.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. I didn't really realize that shit until like my 20s, honestly. Like, I was always just kind of like, be nice, and they'll be nice back to you, which is good. But you also got to know when you're allowing other people to, to whatever. So, you grew up, so how'd you deal with that? Like, did you just like ignore it, or like just?
I just thought I didn't understand like projections and stuff like that, and I just took it really personally. It really hurt my self-esteem, and then I started reading about like what women want, what girls want in a guy and stuff like that, and like really got serious about that, like reading so many books and stuff.
I think I did the same thing, man. I was straight up at Barnes & Noble too. Like, kids don't understand though, man. Like the shit they say though, it resonates with people, like in general, us for a lifetime, and it's tough because it's like when you're young, like I don't know, like I just feel like it's hard to kind of get over some of the things that some of the views that other people had of you when you were a kid, like the negative ones, because there's always good people that vibe with you and appreciate you, but there's also people that just like ugh. So women, I guess we'll talk women for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
When was your first girlfriend? First, like your I can lead with this if you want.
Okay, good.
All right. So I was, like I said, I was very dorky, very nerdy. If you want to picture me, I was Zero from the movie Holes, with either too tall of a T or with too ridiculous of a dressed up get up that didn't look good, like oversized clothes. Like it was ridiculous, and I had like a super fro. So my first like girlfriend that I was at Irwin High School at the time. This was freshman year. Her name was Anna, and I think she was sitting in front of me in some, I don't know what class it was, redhead or whatever. And the dance, I don't know if it was a fall dance that came up, whatever, but I always knew that I could dance like well enough. Like I always like kind of lost my jitters when it came to like dancing. So like one starry night, it's not really that, but one night like at the Irwin dance thingy, I was doing my dance moves, and I think that she or her friends thought it was cool, and I don't remember what the hell it was that just hit me, but it was like 5 seconds of courage or something like that, and I was like, can I dance with you or something like that? And she's like, yeah. It was the most like ridiculous, crazy thing that I think had happened to me in my life, where it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm dancing with this person.
Oh wow.
You know, like it was stupid, because like I had no type of lady skills, no type of any of that. Fast forward, I'd like rollerblade to church, like to, and I wasn't like at that time. I wasn't really a firm. I wasn't a not at that time. Like by that time, I wasn't really a. I was. I think I was. I can still. I feel like I still. At that time, I still felt. Yeah. It's still the same. Yeah. So agnostic or whatever. The story does not end well, but it does represent the first girl I dated, and we did all the things that you would do, dating, kissing, hugging, and having fun or whatever. But it all ended on a sad, dreary school day when I was at Asheville High and got a call. This is back when you actually took calls and shit. Call from my friend Daniel. He's like, your girlfriend's talking to this girl, or talking to this guy or whatever. I was like, you're lying, I don't believe you. And my brother's like, you need to cuss this girl out. You know, remember the brother that was trying to get me to do all sorts of stupid shit?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm going to call her and let her know that this just wasn't right. Or I'm going to ask her, like, just like completely like passive. No shit. And so I call her, I'm like, Daniel said that you're talking to this guy. She's like, well, yeah, I am. I was like, my brother says I should cuss you out, but I'm not. It was the most like lame ass whatever ever. But it was the first introduction to like dating a girl, and like that being like the first real experience.
Nice.
You.
I can't remember. There's several girls there in the beginning that I was so in love with. You know me, I fall in love like immediately. And
like a brick, like an acre.
Yeah, I'm just like so obsessed with girls. Like I love women so much, and back in the day, I didn't get it. Like I didn't know how to do it right, but I was just like so in love with them, and they usually were just like, wow, you're like so in love with me, I can't handle this, like.
Yeah, the extra, yeah, you know what you're talking about, like that extra.
I was like, oh my god, you're so beautiful, I love you. Hey Titan, hey buddy boy.
Titan's been in the car this whole time, and this is like the second time
you heard
a little. I'm hoping he goes to sleep though.
But yeah, home. The one I remember is just like, I really like this chick, and I asked her out, and then she was like, yeah, and then the next day, I think it's like the next day, she was like, can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, I loved this girl for like probably 2 years before I finally asked her out. And then like the next day, she's like, hey, can I talk to you? And I'm just like, sure, yeah, what's up? And she was just like, yeah, I talked to my parents about it, and like they said I can't be in a relationship right now or something. Shit. I don't know exactly what it was, but it felt like I was just like, you can just tell me the truth if you like don't want to be with me or something. But that's kind of what it felt like. It was like super devastating. But then I went on this long rampage of just like dating a lot of girls, I guess. But like I was either single, or if I was in a relationship, I was like in the relationship with that girl. But still, I was just like trying to find a girl that like actually loved me and stuff like that. But.
Yeah, early love is tough, man. It's crazy. You're learning a lot. You're learning a lot about yourself, and then you also are like learning about the world. Also, like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, no clue how we got onto girlfriends and like, past whatever, but. How do you like? Oh, I think because you were talking about you were a hoodlum.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. So I want to like. So this podcast is about up, but I want to kind of like self-reflect a couple notes. So here's the thing, right? Me and Steven, like a lot of times there's a lot of pockets in your day that are either filled with just like mundane, or like you can actually take them and like snatch them up. Like, we're driving home from the airport. We got like 20-ish minutes. Like, we've already kind of vibed out and talked and everything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and steal this time and like make a podcast. Reflected a little bit about daily vlogging and stuff like that, but also like having a good old conversation with Steven. And that's the cool thing about podcasts. Like with the films, they have to go so fast. They have to go really fast for engagement. And that's, I make films every now and again that are a little bit longer. Speaking of, tomorrow's film is actually going to be Thursday. 30 Thursday is what I'm calling it. I'll be out tomorrow. Anyways, but with the podcast, you can actually have a real conversation. I made a vlog a couple days ago about how to make a podcast, and this is the reason why I love podcasts. Like, it can flow. We can talk about whatever. It can go on rants. It doesn't have to be exactly the what it started with. Try to kind of end it with whatever it is, but it's good to talk. And also, it's saved. It's timeless in a sense too. I can go back and be like, fuck, listen to this shit again. Anyways, Steven, how do you have a question for me? I guess or do you think
Sure.
Whatever. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. How did you become such a fantastic person?
Oh shit.
Hit him with that.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't look at myself and say, wow, what a fucking fantastic person.
You should, because you are.
I see myself as an overall good person. I feel like I'm not trying to be crazy malicious. I feel like I'm just trying to like do me, and then maybe help with like have a circle, like a little vibey, like a little aura that maybe other people that do vibe. Like some real advice that I've learned just this year, and I think this is important for anyone and everyone, is like, a lot of times we want other people to like us, or we want other people to buy our stuff, or we want other people to vibe with us. And the crazy thing about it is there's a million people in the world. And so if someone doesn't vibe with you, if someone doesn't subscribe to your particular message, that's okay. Move on. Like, don't try to convince someone that you are a good person, or convince someone that you are awesome, or that you have the best shoes on the market. If they don't want to hear it, if they don't care, that's, the only thing you're going to do is like make other people, like, you're going to make yourself feel bad because you feel like you're trying to prove yourself to other people rather than other people seeing your value and seeing your worth. And I think a lot of like the how are you an awesome person, like when did you become an awesome person, I think it's when you just get true with yourself and like happy with yourself, and like I don't know when did you become such a great person, Steven?
Probably just I don't know if you could put a timestamp on it, but I definitely attribute.
I'm putting one of those timestamps back on the old photos. I'm putting it right there.
I definitely attribute a lot of my good qualities to my father. My father is like Jesus on earth, and he's just a really incredible man. Very humble, very kind. I mean, he's literally the greatest human being I've ever met in my life. He's by far just like the most close to perfect. He's really close with the source power of the universe, or God, or whatever. He prays a lot for me and for lots of other people. Spends time in the morning just praying for different people with illnesses, and sending love like all across the world every single morning and every day. And like, he's just, I hope I can be half the kind of man he is. And he's definitely instilled a lot of great qualities in me that I'm still working on. But yeah.
The fact that you see that and appreciate that, you've already won, and he's already won because of that. Because the biggest thing a parent can do, like I'm talking about the biggest thing, not like making millions, not making whatever, is like the fact that their kid truly values them and understands them and believes in them and like loves them wholeheartedly. Like that, I don't think you get any better or any deeper than that. So big up to you and him. Just letting you guys know, I'm stopping for a McFlurry for the wifey. So you may hear Mickey D's drive-through in about a minute. Oh man, let me think of one more thing to ask you, and then we'll wrap. Um, did you always? You said Wilkesboro.
Mm-hmm.
You lived in Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
Best things if anyone ever goes to Wilkesboro, best things to do.
Fall in love with a beautiful chick. Yeah, there's some really good chicks out of Wilkes. Beautiful women, beautiful ladies. Those southern ladies, they got good character qualities. They're very kind. They're beautiful souls. A bunch of goddesses up in there. They're kind. They're great. I love them. And then if you're not into that kind of thing, then you could always go bowling. Wait, no, just kidding. That burned down. Like downtown in North Wilkesboro now, we have fantastic outdoor areas, and we got a few art galleries. There's Wilkes Art Gallery is fantastic, and there's so many good art shows there, and the staff there is amazing. Super kind people. Highly recommend just the various restaurants that like the Smokehouse if you're into something like real southern food, stuff like that, with some phenomenal ice cream.
Ribs,
Yes. You got the old Smokehouse.
Me, how far is Wilkesboro from Asheville?
2 hours.
2 hours. That's not
It's
bad.
in the east, and it's like in the foothills.
What's
it's
the
nice.
Closest beach there? Is that still Myrtle or Charleston? Or no?
Closest beach is Atlantic Beach, probably.
It's a good beach.
There's one in North Carolina. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of really special souls in Wilkesboro. It's a real small town vibe. Like, people take things a lot slower, it seems, and it's just a slower pace. It's kind of nice. You can go out in the countryside. We have the Blue Ridge Parkway there. You can take a ride on the parkway, enjoy a nice ride, or
He's taking us on a story like we're going through we're experiencing the town through Stoven's words.
Yeah, just ride on down the road. You got some hay bales to your right. You got some cows to your left. Maybe a donkey or two. It's great.
The crying baby in the back, So let me go ahead and wrap this guy. I started off the podcast pretty much giving you a update. Probably it's been about a week since I've been on the podcast, and wanted to really talk a good bit about why I started back up daily vlogging. And it's truly one of those things, if you haven't tried it, if you're thinking about it, it's tough, but it's worth it. Here goes our drive-through. Here you go. Ready? This podcast is sponsored by.
Dude, you can do a separate thing, but can I get some food?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. I'm so hungry.
Oh man. Well, as I wait, and I'm committing to doing daily vlogging for 365 days. Hey, what's up, man? I want a small M&M McFlurry, and I think that I have 2 orders. That'll be it on that one.
So number 1 is only a small M&M McFlurry?
That's correct.
That'd be 234. What's the second one?
That's the perfect number. The second one's gonna be.
Can I get 3 McDoubles?
I can't hear you, sir. Could you speak up?
Can I get 3 McDoubles
And a small fry.
and a small fry?
3 McDoubles and a small fry wells.
That's perfect. Thank you.
$5.98. Second one up.
want to like to thank our sponsors, McDonald's.
Thank you.
Da, 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 da. All right. Anyways, but yeah, that we talked about why podcasts are dope, and then talked about early.
Oh, did you do that on purpose?
Nope. We talked about early girls, early
love.
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember, if you need an e-commerce store, a promotional film, trade show kit, or maybe some fine art, you can go over to heywillmosley.com for the promotional films, or you can go over to
stovenart.com or stovenart on Instagram.
Oh snap, look at that collab. Alright, we're going to do it again. Steven, it's been good.
Willem, it's been good. Will's that guy if you need footage.
Nice. Bye, guys.